हाँ हेलो हाँ हो गया है जरा। हेलो 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 हम सेशन ठीक है हाँ कर दिया मैंने।
slipforming, there were some limitations. Like we cannot taper it, we can go straight, we cannot reduce the wall thickness. Engineering excellence means that economics also is very important. You cannot make it, if the bottom needs 650 mm thickness wall, the top I can take it 650, it's totally unviable. So slip forming should not be an hindrance to this. So we also, further technology was improved. So this basic system is slip forming of conical straight structures. In this, we can reduce the wall thickness by giving offset. But the technology was developed further to take it to which we call conical slip forming. Conical formwork method. Conical formwork method means we can make tapering structures. Like if you must have seen some chimneys, we'll show you some structures after this. We are starting with a bigger diameter, bigger wall thickness because of the designs. All our chimneys and some high-rise structures are dominated by wind. Wind is dominating in the designs. We do design for earthquake, wind, temperature, and then put a combined effort that if wind and temperature is there, wind and earthquake is there, then if wind, earthquake, temperature, all three are there, after that factor up to 2.5 times safety, then we design the structure. RCC chimneys are designed for oscillation. They can rotate, they can move around. They are fixed at the bottom, like pin, hole, they are designed like this. Now, conical method has been very popular for all high-rise structures, chimneys, tapering piers, bridge piers, and many other structures have started coming, different shapes have started coming. People even architecturally also trying to use it for various means where we can reduce the diameter, reduce the wall thickness, at the same time lift it up. We call it a three-tier system. Three-tier system. Three-tier means one is lifting. After all, we have to slip form whole equipments. We have to go up. Lifting jacks has to be there. Then in the conical thing, we have shutters which are hanging from the yoke legs as cantilevers and overlapping. They are overlapping, sliding. As we go up, the diameter is to reduce. So we keep the sliding shutters. They are telescopic sliding shutters over each other. They are cantilever hanging from the yoke legs and sliding. So we are able to reduce the diameter. Now, third part is reducing the wall thickness. We also have some additional spindle system where simultaneously we design it in such a way that we know in 1 meter, we draw the whole chimney profile on the drawings itself. We know per meter height, how much from this bottom wall thickness is this. Now we want to reduce in 1 meter, how 20 meter, 30 meter, how much reduction is required. So proportionately, every meter, how much reduction is required. So every 15 minutes, how much reduction is required. That is given to the technician's design. Then they keep on reducing it. After every meter, we check up the wall thickness, diameters, internal diameter, outer diameters. And of course, with the laser beams and this thing, we are checking the verticality, plumb, lights, everything. Those are used for lifting and central control plumb system. Now this three-tier technology is very useful for tapering structure where now we can reduce diameter, reduce wall thickness, and take it to the heights. As engineers, we don't want limitations. Now there are certain more technologies are coming, which is a jump form system has come. We call it a self-climbing cantilever jump form system. Then you must have heard about, Mabon shuttering, some other shutterings have come. The whole shuttering, including the slab, is fixed by cranes and this part. And then whole floor is done. After that, it is shifted to the next floor. Like this is shifted. So new shutterings are coming, form works are taking. But in all these things, heavy cranes, equipments, machineries are required. Beauty of slip forming is, in slip forming, we don't say like we are making a 275 meter chimney, which is the highest in the country. So we do not have any cranes up to 275 meter. We do not have some of, I don't say do not totally, but we are importing some pumps are there now which can take us to 200 meter height, but up to 275 meter, not very much available. Rarely some pumps are available. In the due time, these new technology, these machines will also come, or maybe there we are bringing up from outside. Concreting of the chimneys for 275 meter tower cranes are hard, cannot go. It is reducing temperature, diameter is reducing. You can say, let me share with you a data for a 275 meter chimney. Generally, bottom dia is 32 to 40 meter dia. 28, 32, 33, 34 meter dia at the bottom, with wall thickness around 650 to 850, 950. Right? And what about the top? These structures with the top are generally 14 to 18 meter dia. Now multi-flue chimneys are coming. The wall thickness around 400 mm. Imagine reducing from 32 meter dia to 14 meter dia. Over the height, proper gradient, proper slope, maintaining the wall thickness, diameter inside, and lifting it up is slip forming. It's really slip forming. And this slip forming, you will find that we are able to do around 2 meters per day average construction. So 275 meter chimney, because we have some technical hearts in between for reducing the diameter. When it goes very, very high cantilever equipments, then we have to remove some equipments. Say technical hearts, we generally call it technical heart, 1 or 2. But average speed of 2 meter, we achieve 275 meter chimney in around 140 days. 5 months. Which was like making a Qutub Minar now in 21 days. It is something very common. We structure 67 meter, 80 meter, we are doing in a month. Anybody can do slip forming on this within a month on this part. So what has happened? Slip forming has made it faster process. Slip form, when we are using, we don't need cranes, machineries. Everything is taken by the winches, loaded on the concrete, our slip form structure only. We have passenger lifts, double drum, safety made passenger lifts from where workers, staff, engineers, clients, everybody is going up and down. We have separate winches for concrete, separate winches for lifting reinforcement. So without any tower cranes, all these equipments are moving with the slip form itself. This is how the things have been developed so far. On this, I will request now to show you some photographs one by one. You'll find different shapes of structures which have been slip formed, marvelous structures and routine structures. I'll request Amit to show you some of the photograph slides on this. Then I'll come to assembly and other things.
Yeah, sure, sir. Sir, you can also click on ETV presentation. So you can also see that.
Hello.
Sir, can you see the slides?
No, I can see you only.
Sir, then ETV presentation, sir. Sir, there will be two icon. One is ETV presentation.
No, with me it is ETV new, ETV NITCR, ETV1, ETV1.
Sir, just click.
You can.
Monica. Sir, this is one chimney, big
Yes.
concrete chimney.
This is a concrete. This is a beautiful tower. You can see how the slip forming has been there. It is a typical rectangular structure tapering, and then it has been taken straight.
Please continue, sir. We can see that chimney very well.
You can see it, no? Okay. Yeah, yes.
So next it is a steel kind of a structure.
This is the chimney, which is made by us in Mangalore refinery, MRPL refinery chimney. So this you can see that this is a regular, I think 108, 110 meter height chimney, which has a bottom dia of around 8 meter and top dia only 3 meter. Bottom wall thickness was around 450. Now this we are come down to assembly stage. Assembly of a silo or a shuttering is shown in this. You can see the yoke leg. So these shuttering plates which you are seeing and the yoke leg, I will explain this shuttering to you as a special focus. What is each part, name and parts. I'll come next, please. Yeah, this you can show as a video also.
Yeah.
This is a video. This is a recent chimney we completed in Pune.
हमें लगता है मतलब वो लोग कागज खिलाएगा मटन चिकन कुछ नहीं दाल चावल सब्जी ऐसे कर सादा खाना खिलाएगा हम एक दिन गए तो सब लोग एकदम मादल मिला तो घर में खाना हल्दी खिलाए कर लग पीएम साहब का बर्थडे आज कंपनी बस चलो बहुत बढ़िया था इधर प्लांट है बहुत बड़ा प्लांट है कॉलोनी में झंडा फहरा रहा है लोग कौन रहा लोग खाली झंडा ला रहा है क्या प्रसाद किसी को नहीं
Yeah. This project has been done for Shims, Japanese people. They wanted that special lifts to be provided for going of passengers and separate lift for concrete, which is the first time we used. And now that this technology, these things are available, and it has been used just last year in Pune for a Japanese company making this chimney. Outside lifts are provided, and outside only material is going on instead of taking it from inside. The whole chimney has been completed in say 22 days, 23 days interval. But basic quality of this thing was that lifts were provided outside, like passenger lifts are there. So these two lifts used to work, and the whole work has been completed with this. Because Japanese people, they wanted that we don't want to use internal this part safety wise. They felt they can do all this. Yeah. Next we can show.
So this is also video.
Yeah. Before that, there are one or two more already.
Okay. This one, sir.
No. Before that video. Yeah. Now we have by the side more of the videos on this side. What I'm talking about is showing various structures. You can have some more.
Okay.
Before this jack assembly. In this you have just before this there are some on side you press the button you find there are some more videos or photographs are there.
Okay.
Anyway, we can go to this video.
This one, these photographs.
Yeah. No. Yeah, this is the chimney, that is completed chimney. Outside platforms are made so the people can, because we have cage ladder to approach for maintenance of chimney, painting, lighting. Outside platform, top platform, middle platform. And why chimney is made? Because we have to check pollution level. So pollution department people come and they have sampling ports at a level of around 21/3 height, then full height. They check what is the level of, what is the type of pollution gas is carrying, and at exit level, how much is the pollution being carried out, how much gas is carried. So pollution department needs checking it at different levels. So we have a cage ladder outside and different platforms. So this is for maintenance of the, basically for checking of pollution. People have to go up. Then maintenance of the building with painting. Then we have lightning arrestor, aviation light at the top and different levels. So those regular maintenance, this cage ladder is used outside. This is called single flue chimneys, which are the bottom dia 8 meter, top dia was 2200. Same chimney, you can see finishing going on, brackets and platforms. Inside these chimneys, we have refractory lining. This you see a power plant with two 275-meter chimneys, 2 units of 2 into 660 megawatt power plant with each having 2 cooling towers. 1 chimney, 2 cooling towers. 1 chimney, 2 cooling towers. 2 into 660 megawatt power project. Here you can see again same chimney has come. Now we can show this video. Now we'll come down to how the assembly of sliform equipment is done. This video. Just one. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have now seen how this assembly has been shown item wise, that how the process is there from a starter level. I will now like to explain you people about this jack assembly. This diagram which is showing. Basically, if you see this, we have tried to write it. I don't know if you can, all of you read it or not. If we see from the bottom side, it is RCC wall showing the thermo wall, which is we are constructing. One section of the wall which we are showing. which we are constructing is a chimney, silos, or any other building. Then on the right side, you are seeing the decking for platforms are there. The mason, we call it mason decks, hanging scaffolds. This you have seen in the video also. After lifting 2 meter, 2.5 meter, we stopped our add scaffolds. They have written scaffold. We call it hanging scaffold or mason decks, where masons stand and finish the outcome when the concrete is emerging after the shuttering. There are some honeycombs or finishing is required. So that is simultaneously done. And the concrete is lifted after 4 hours. So concrete is very fresh. Concrete is green. You can press it with a thumb. And there you can finish the concrete. You could, like you have seen in the Pune chimney, the finished concrete. Before that, from the mason deck, which is 2.5 meter high total, masons generally have 4.5, 5 feet height. So they are merging concrete all around. They keep on finishing simultaneously, because once we have gone, next day we are already 2 meter, 3 meter above. We cannot go back to touch it. It has to be paired, finished simultaneously. Now we come down to the next part is our yoke leg shuttering plate, shown shutter plate. There is a veiler. If you have seen the video, I will again go back to video again so that you can understand later on. This veiler is there, which gives the shape. Supposing we have 8 meter dia inside, 8,500 dia outside. So we make the veilers to that shape. Our shuttering takes that shape. These are pre-designed veilers of the required diameter. This I am talking about not tapering structure. Today we are talking about general slip forming only. Tapering structure, we will take it in a separate lecture sometime. But here, veiler, whatever the size required or the shape required, same size veilers are made, same diameter, and shuttering takes that particular shape inside and outside. So these veilers are there. Then it is lift. Next is coming to our yoke legs. Yoke leg, which the name implies yoke, that is the 2 members which are lifting the whole load. They are connected with the head beams. If you find the head beams here, head beams are connecting the inside and outside. One yoke leg is inside, one is outside. In center is the wall, which we are going to make. In the center of the yoke head beam, you find a jack. This jack is the one which is doing the lifting. Yes, this is the jack which is doing the lifting. This jack is moving on a jack rod, and the bottom there is a recovery pipe. This is a jack rod. This is like a monkey climbing jack. When we start the operations, all jacks in unison, they start lifting, and whole slip form equipment inside and outside is moving in unison together in one go. In between bottom wheels, you will find bottom of the jack, there is a recovery tube. Written is the bottom of the jack is a recovery tube. Yes, arrow is the right now thing showing recovery tube. This is the recovery tube because this is going inside the concrete. Our jack rod is 25 dia and this recovery tube is 32 dia. So we are trying to create a gap between the concrete and the jack rod because we want to retrieve the jack rod. We don't want to waste thousands of tons of jack rods. We try to retrieve the jack rod. So while concreting is fresh, recovery tube creates a gap between the concrete and the jack rod. And later on, we remove the jack rods simultaneously or even some step by step wise. We can remove the jack rods. Above there is again a yoke leg is extended and top level connection is there. On the side there is a decking bracket. This is a bracket, normal bracket decking where people are working masons, our reinforcement binders people, concreting people will be walking around. This decking bracket will be on this people walk around. So this is a 2-tier platform. One is for the working of reinforcement vibration and concreting. Below is hanging scaffold. In the tapering structure, we have 3-tier structure, right? Now, this process, you have to basically understand the whole principle is that when we are lifting in the height, this whole system, this head beam, yoke leg, they are hanging. Whole load is being taken by the jack. And where the load is going? Load is going to directly to the foundation raft from where we started. Raft is already set. Whole load of the whole structure is going through the jack to the jack rod. Jack rod is transferring it to the bottom raft. Slip form equipment is like a hanging. It is a hanging cantilever from the top. If you see it reverse shape, it is a U shape hung from the point of jack with the head beam and yoke legs. Because yoke leg, these are all not tied to the wall. They are hanging. They are moving. This is called slip forming. Moving, it is slipping. Form work is slipping. Or shuttering. Shuttering is hanging tied down to the whalers. Whalers are tied down with a panel clamp to the yoke legs. Yoke legs are tied down with the head beams inside, outside. Head beam, we have a jack and a jack rod. Jack moves up. Jack rod stays there. Jack moves up like a monkey climbing. Jack moves up. With the jack is tied down to the head beam, so head beam moves out. Head beam moves. Jack yoke legs move. Yoke legs start moving. When yoke legs are moving, automatically because of whalers, yokes are connected to the whaler to the panel clamp to the shuttering. So shuttering is moving. Shuttering itself is moving. It's a cantilever, basically cantilever. Whole load is taken by the jack rod going down to the foundation. No load is coming on the concrete wall. Concrete is fresh. 4 hours concrete we are lifting. We are exposing the concrete after 4 hours. So we cannot put load. It has to have only the strength to attain, so that it does not fall on its own. They say minimum, we generally say M25 or M30 concrete for slip forming. So it should have, say, basically 40% of the strength, so that self-sustained. Concrete can sustain. It does not need to take any load of slip form, any load of the workers working on it, any load of the reinforcement which is live. Because all these loads of live loads of workers, technicians, staff, dead load of reinforcement, dead load of shuttering, other materials which are to be fixed, hydraulic oil, vibrator, needle, welding, all those things are being transferred by the jack to the jack rod going to the foundation wall. Fresh wall does not take any load. That is the basic principle of slip forming. Now I will say that you have understood this. What is basically hanging scaffold, which is a mason jhula. Firstly, we are then having yoke legs, then jack, then consoles, which we call it a decking for brackets, console, jack rod, and recovery pipe. I will request now to kindly go back to that last video again, where the assembly was done. Now people will understand how each part is being assembled. This video. Yes. right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now I think you must have got a fair idea about what is this jack, what is this jack rod, how the assembly. I have shown the assembly in the video, and each and every part here separately in jack assembly. You have seen physically how each and every part, and when the each and every part is being stepwise assembled there. After that, when jacks are all in place, they are all operated by a hydraulic pump, centralized. All jacks are connected to the hydraulic hoses in series. So when we press the button, hydraulic oil goes inside and the jack gives a lift 1 inches, 25 mm. And by the time jack gives a lift, it comes back. Slipform whole equipment has gone up by 1 inch. And we keep on repeating it as the concreting is going on 15. Working on this equipment, you do not feel like it is moving unless people are there on the platform standing, watching the jack. You don't feel any jerk. It's a hydraulic system, right? So we have to understand this is what is slipform assembly, slipform thing. It is basically a mechanized system of making civil construction building using hydraulic equipments, right? I'll again define this is a mechanized way of constructing a civil building, chimney, silos, lift shafts, piers, bridge piers, other structures, by using hydraulic equipment. Jacks are hydraulics, pump is hydraulic, all mechanical things and hydraulic. Now, here the question comes, this technology, is it for civil engineers? Is it for mechanical engineers? Is it for hydraulic engineers? Combination of these three, we call it a slipform engineers. All people who are with mechanical background, you can see a whole of this part machinery is machinery. And even on all machines, which are taking up the concreting, mechanical people are required equally. Construction part, reinforcement, tying the reinforcement, laying the concreting, that part is our civil engineering, diameter maintenance in this part. And mechanically, all operations are done by hydraulic engineers. But do we have people, mechanical engineer, civil engineer, and hydraulic engineer? We call it person who is practicing slipforming is slipform engineer having knowledge of mechanical, civil, and hydraulics. So who can do this slipforming? All mechanical students, all civil students, all those students with knowledge of hydraulics and who have interest in doing such high-rise structures. Not everybody can do it. You have to understand. So we have also seen this is a state structure. There are other tapering structure which we talked about, tapering structure, where we have, which we are now, I'm not showing the diagram because it takes a whole different set of equipments, which we can definitely discuss on a, say when it's a 1 week program for slipforming, which I think Sharma ji must be thinking of planning together to launch some certificate of diploma program for 7 days weekly program. So we will go into details of slipform, but tapering structures are there. Where we can manage wall thickness, reduce the diameter, and keep on lifting it any heights. We are going in India, highest chimney is 275 meters. So far, we have made 275 meter chimney. Time will come when the more challenging heights will come. We can always achieve those also. Now, all this slipform equipment, as I explained to you, we learned this technology. I took it from Swedish people. Worked with them as a general manager, deployed their engineers, deployed their, Leif Nilsson type our trainer, who was basically class 5, past 5. He said, I'm class 5, Lord Bender. He was our guru, he was teacher. So basically, he was a mechanical, civil, a hydraulic engineer. No, he was slipform engineer. If we say engineer, slip form technician. But he said, I know everything about slip forming, nothing other than the slip form. Right? So that is where now we talk about also a little bit about how about the measurements. Form 1 is measured like IS code 1200 5 1982 revised schedule. There we have a chapter 0.6.4 if we go through. We have a chapter for measurement, especially for slip forming structures. In case of using of a slip form structure, area is measured both sides. Supposing it is inside and outside, shuttering is measured both sides. Area traversed by the shutters is measured as form 1. And there is no deduction for openings. Because when the openings are coming, we are providing jam. My slip form shuttering is going on as it is. Slip forming, I am not removing. I am using the slip form when the opening is coming. I am putting the jam and making the openings. So IS code people have agreed after many years of our follow-up 1050, they added one line for slip forming which says that at 6.4 page 8 that no deduction for openings shall be made if slip forming is used, because slip forming is already going on in this process, right? So now another important point we are saying, on any construction project or high rise, major cost is scaffolding. Scaffolding, pipes, whatever material we are using is very costly, and the largest investment of a contractor is on scaffolding system. Slip forming, scaffolding is zero. Tower cranes, zero. We don't need any tower crane. We don't need any scaffolding. Slip forming has this advantage: no scaffolding, no tower crane, and then we are using only timber decking because of walking platform. Because there are some accidents taken place in some of the countries where people were electrocuted. So while we are walking, we should try to walk. But we have seen in Sweden also they are using jallis, steel jallis we have seen. But on this we try to place plywood so that the current does not take place. So that's very smooth. But other than this, you can find thousands of square meters, say one chimney of 275 meters. Do you know what is the square meter area in one chimney? Generally 32 meter dia, 18 meter top, around 39,000, 40,000 square meter of shuttering without a single plank, no timber. We are enviro friendly, without using any timber except for decking, which we are told. For 40,000 square meter, we are not using a single timber plank. So no forest cut, economical. We are using 4 mm plates, so that is the advantage of this part. Now, my question is, how many of us can say, because you are all faculty of various colleges, and during college time, how many students had the opportunity to know about will give my sign.
So all the participants, you are now requested to ask questions if you are having any query. Sir, one person is writing, my PhD is on climbing framework. Any query? Anybody? Sir, one question is about climate and temperature, the effect of climate and temperature. Sir, and one question is effectiveness as compared to conventional one. And, and sir, the effect of wind on slip form work. And sir, another one question, very interesting, that when you are reaching that much of height, how to retrieve your whole assembly down? Sir, and sir, one more question, that any special cement used for concrete, rapid hardening cement if you want to use, and the curing agent, whether you are putting the curing agent for the fast hardening or what? That special cement. Yeah. Okay, sir. One more, that in slip form work we are going vertically. If we want to go horizontally, then is it the same kind of a thing? How we are going vertically? Can we go horizontal also? And sir, one question that sir, that the what are the challenges for the slip form work for contractors? Sir, one can jack bar buckle, sir? Can jack bar buckles? Sir, another question is jack is mechanical or hydraulic, completely hydraulic, or can we use mechanical also? Okay, so another question is that what are the safety measures you are taking for. So another, sir, can we take one or two more? Okay, okay. So they are. One question is, are we taking seismic loads also for slip form work? Right, sir. Yeah. Right, sir. Yeah. Okay, sir. Can slip form work can be used for well foundation? And sir, one more, that what about the discontinuity of the work on one day and continuity on the another day? So lot of that connection, that joint problem will be there. Okay, so one more, sir, question, that can it be used in hilly terrain? Okay, so sir, so participants are requesting you to kindly, if you can, share the soft copy of your book, then they can read all. So thank you so much for your nice lecture, sir. And I think all the participants have benefited, and there are many more questions. So I will definitely send all the questions to you. And some participants are asking for your email address. So yeah, yeah. So thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Sanjay Sharma ji to kindly say a few words.
Yes. And and forward, reforming any word. That is the problem. At least people know our future.
Yeah, no one.
Produce. Cost is saved. Follow up action.
And sir, one more request, sir. When we will come up with this COVID, then we'd like to have our teachers at your site so that they can have the site experience. Because many of the teachers they are afraid of sites, and many of them they have not visited even a site. So maybe Definitely.
Take them to a site visit.
Okay, sir.
Anytime.
Thank you so much, sir, for your nice presentation and nice coverage of slip form work. And we hope that we will interact further, and
Sure.
our participants will be benefited further also. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And the participant, one and all, now we end up with this session and we'll join again tomorrow morning at 10:50, because another expert will be there, Engineer Sanjay Srivastava, General Manager Usha Martin. So he will be deliver his talk on pre-tensioning and post-tensioning technology. So thank you all for joining with us. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sanjay Sharma. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Monica.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.